We've got DK punching fans. We've got Phillip Rivers still balling at 44. We've got the craziest Thursday night football game ever. Greatest comeback of the year. Greatest catch of the year. Got a lot to talk about here in week 16 and 17 of the NFL. This is the Christmas episode of Rant and
Yeah.
Banner.
Merry Christmas.
It is upon us. If you're watching this on Christmas Eve, we appreciate you taking your time out of your day to watch us. I'm Mike.
And I'm Denny, and we're going to get right into it with we'll talk about last week and then also talk about this coming week, especially with the 3 Christmas Day games coming up, and then go right from there.
I'm gonna say
DK
my hat for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just not broken in yet, but this thing stands up straight like an elf
Yeah,
hat.
are you using that for something?
That's crazy. That's wild.
No, but
This is what DK thinks of the Lions fan. This is what he thinks the Lions fan was. Right there. But in reality, he just used his full government name and that was it.
yeah,
It was disproven. But
he gave
that's one thing.
that fan an early Christmas present, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Right there. That's crazy.
He held on, went down, and then lunged up. Like,
the second he punched you, the fan was like, "I'm getting a paycheck."
Dude, that dude's gonna get paid. Like, think about it, he's gonna have to get paid.
Yeah, but it was a wild week. I mean, we should start with the Thursday night game. Seahawks. Oh my God. The craziest comeback I've ever seen. 3 straight touchdowns and 2-point conversions for the Seahawks. 38-37, was that the score? Crazy.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, like any team in any conference could take it, honestly. This year it is so open for the taking, it's unbelievable. And that's in both conferences too.
Yeah. This lines up perfectly, though. The Seahawks have beaten the Rams, which makes this pathway possible if all 3 teams win this week, and the Rams win next week, and the Niners beat the Seahawks next week in the final week, all 3 teams will be 13-4. That's got to be the first time ever. Like, that has got to be the first time ever where 3 teams in one division get more than 11 wins.
And then
I would love to see that.
2 of those teams will not have any home field advantage throughout the playoff.
Crazy.
Just think about that. Like,
this is probably going to be a clip, so any stat checkers in the comments want to comment if this is true. When is the last time 3 teams in a division got 11 wins, 12 wins, even 10 wins? I would love to see that. It's crazy.
Yeah. But I think there's 3 that could possibly have 13 wins, and that's going to be nuts.
I'm going to be rooting hard for the Niners week 18.
I hope that happens. I hope it does, because that would be insane.
Yeah. What else? Going back to the Steelers-Lions, DK punching the fan. He still gets to play the entire game. Bit weird.
Yeah. And he didn't even have the best catch that game. He didn't even have the best hands that game.
Kenneth Gainwell getting held on PI, falling to the ground, reaching his arm out, and the ball just falls and dies on his hand. That was the craziest catch I've seen all season.
Yeah.
Wow. The luckiest catch, maybe, but it's a great catch, and that's going to be replayed for years.
No, that's definitely he had a good catch, and also coming from a former Bird, that's why, I guess, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I miss Kenny G.
Honestly, dude, I like Tank Bigsby a lot, though. Like,
dude, that's just it, though. We're spoiled. There's so many good backs that have been Miles Sanders.
And who do you have to thank that? That's Howie Roseman working his magic all the time. So but no, Kenneth Gainwell, he had a nasty catch. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see him actually doing something with the Steelers, though. Like, a lot of players just go off and like they fade out. Like, he's splitting carries, almost splitting carries with Warren in that. So it's nice seeing him actually doing something with the Steelers.
I would say he's probably their best offensive player this year. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased. I'm saying because he's genuinely been balling.
Yeah, I say you see it every game he's utilized. So it's...
All right, we've got to talk about one more thing from that game because that was a crazy game. Did you see the way the game ended? Did you end up watching it?
I don't know. I didn't watch that game. I saw the DK punch and then the Kenny G catch.
Final play.
Oh, wait, no. I remember you telling me about it. I
just want to see, like, I've never seen that happen in football. That was probably the craziest ending to a game I've ever seen because I genuinely could not. There were so many variables that went into it. if Goff would have crossed the end zone with 1 second left, they would have had one more play to run. I don't really think it was PI. I think it was a bit of a weak push off. Even Aaron Rodgers in his post game interview, he was saying that wasn't a PI. Straight to the person, which is like I think that's a fine right there,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. Because if
But
you talk against the refs, you get fined for it now. So
yeah, the all knowing refs.
yeah, and Lions
But
fans still think they won the game.
yeah, it was crazy. The ref. I don't know if we have a clip of it. The ref said the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
And
Yeah, everyone's cheering, and he
yeah,
doesn't, and none of them hear. However, there's a PI. Then the
yeah,
voice, like the crowd simmers down. And it's like this is the end of the game. Yeah,
and
the
they thought
Steelers win,
because they thought they
and no
won.
one heard that.
Yeah,
So the audience heard the ruling on the field is a touchdown. Rah! That's the end of the game. When in reality was ruling on the field is a touchdown, but there's a PI. The game is over. The Steelers
yeah,
win. It's like
yeah. No, and that kind of sucks because the way that game ended, it was. But I mean, that clip's out there. We got to get it on there. But it is
yeah,
like just to think, like you hear that and you think it's they scored, they won the game, and then here the game's over. You're like
yeah. Because what
they
a
won.
play. Also, another thing, he was getting like tackled and grappled, and he wasn't getting any distance. They probably should have blown the whistle. But then he dished it like 3 seconds after he was held to a stalemate. Like they should have blown
Yeah,
the whistle, but they didn't. So Goff catches it and dives in the end zone. It's like that is a touchdown,
yeah.
but
Because
the
did they
PI
call?
had to ruin it.
I'll say, did they call PI on Amon Ra? Is that who they called
Yep,
it on?
because he went out, pushed the Steelers guy, came back and caught it, but it was so weak. I think the Steelers guy flopped. He put his
I
hands up
hate.
like this.
I really hate how like refs, especially in like a crucial game like that, because like the Lions, they need to win, and so do the
Yep,
Steelers.
yep,
But the refs get their hands in it way too much when it comes to stuff like that, especially towards the end of a game where it really matters.
yep, yep. The game should never be decided by that. That was terrible.
But I mean, hopefully that doesn't come into the playoffs. That's all I hope.
Yeah, let's hope. Saints Rams. But we've got a week ahead of us that is bound to be unpredictable, I'd say. We've got 2 weeks
Yeah,
left in our game of Dead On. I am now leading by 6 points again. I kind of went up a little bit, but it's anybody's game.
yeah,
1 week and you could take the lead by 20. So hopefully that doesn't happen this week. We are going to be making predictions for week 17 of the NFL. And I say we just get into it.
yeah. We start with our Christmas Day football games. Who at the beginning of the
Yeah.
season we thought were going to be good, but now they're not.
Yeah, I mean, let's look. I mean, we both thought Dallas and Washington would be playoff contenders by now. They're
I for
not.
sure thought the Commanders were going to be better than what. Listen, I said they were going to take a step back, but I didn't mean they were going to take 100 steps back. Like
Yeah, what are they? 4-10 right now, or four and
I
11?
don't know,
What are
but
we even?
they're out to get the Eagles next week in Week 18. Now, just be ready
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
And
Apparently,
The Cowboys on the other hand, like they have such a good offense, but I don't know how you don't hear about the Cowboys offense like you do about the Eagles, like how much of a problem's going on. But
yeah.
my thing is, I don't think they're going to be able to hold on to George Pickens next season. I think he's going somewhere because Jerry
I think
Jones does
if
not like to pay his players.
yeah, it's true. I mean, if Pickens was smart, he'd want to stay and take a pay cut. But
Well, you would think he would
Jerry,
because I mean, he's having a career year, his first
yeah,
year in Dallas. So it's
yep, yeah. We shall see. But what was originally supposed to be perhaps a battle for the wild card is now just a tank bowl for the draft pick. So
yeah.
I think Dallas is going to win it. I think they win 27-24.
I think the Cowboys will win too, and I'm taking the Cowboys 28-21.
Okay, pretty similar. Next, for the Christmas games, we've got the Lions at the Vikings. Two teams that had high hopes at the beginning of the year.
And the Lions need to win.
Yes, they do.
The Vikings kind of picked it up. JJ McCarthy, he's 9 now, I guess. He's back to being 9 or whatever.
Is he? Because he's 9 1 week and then he's washed the next. What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's for the offseason to figure out. But the Lions need to win, and I think they need to win pretty handily too. Like they got to keep going. The thing I saw, like the Lions, I don't understand them at all. Like, do you think about it? They have honestly probably, if you look on paper, probably the biggest powerhouse offense. because you got Amon-Ra, you got Jameson Williams, you got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, you got Sam Laporta, but their biggest issue, which you never hear about, is Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't you hear stuff about Jared Goff? Because he has games where he looks like he's scared of everything.
Yep.
So the Lions should be a lot better than what they are, and it's not this year. I think, like right now, they're on the outside looking in the playoffs. So, but I'm going to take the Lions 30-21 over the Vikings.
I will say, I think their only path now is the Packers lose out and the
Yeah.
Lions win out. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but they're definitely going to go down fighting. I've got the Lions winning 30-23.
Okay, that's
And
pretty
next for the
good.
Christmas games that were supposed to be good at the beginning of the season, but now they're not, is the Broncos taking on the already eliminated, both of their quarterbacks are injured, Kansas City Chiefs.
Honestly, like you look back on the beginning of the season, I would not have pictured the Chiefs to be eliminated and the Broncos to be the top of the AFC right now. I wouldn't have. And I still don't think the Broncos should be there. I don't. Like their games are all one-score games, majority of them. But I will give them the benefit of the doubt. They do look better this year. I'm just not a Sean Payton fan. I don't like that guy. He's. But yeah, the Chiefs they're moving to Kansas. So I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that.
They're leaving Arrowhead and going to Kansas. So now they're going to be the Kansas Chiefs, not the Kansas City Chiefs.
I hate that.
But I just think it's like, I guess that's supposed to happen in 2031. That's when that move's supposed to happen. Apparently what do they say? The stadium's supposed to be $1.4 billion. So
it's funny too because they're probably doing that because like they're the current dynasty or they were. So it's like, oh, we got to
yeah,
capitalize on this. And by 2031, they're going to be like terrible. They're going to be like 2-15 or something.
yeah. But the thing is, it doesn't make sense because they don't, unless they got like some other thing that we don't know about, there's no sense for them to move. It doesn't, usually you see teams move when they're sucking and they're not, they need to rebrand. Like, look at the Raiders moving to Vegas. Look at,
Chargers.
like Chargers, the Rams moving from St. Louis and, San Diego to LA. Like, and now the Chargers are building a whole new stadium just for them after they just built SoFi, which is insane.
This
And then
is
going
where our
into
money's
baseball,
going.
the baseball aspect, look at the Athletics moving to Vegas too. Like, it's all about. I don't get how the Chiefs are moving now when they had one bad season and now they're, unless there's something else that we don't know about, like unless there's like a money thing. But
Unless there's something in Kansas that I'm missing that's bigger than Kansas City, but I don't think there's really any. I don't think there's any city in Kansas that's more like recognizable.
yeah,
Like the
but
Farmville Chiefs. What are we doing here? There's nothing in Kansas.
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, I'll take the Broncos 24-14 over the Chiefs.
Okay. I've got the Broncos winning 23-17. I think it stays a one possession game, even with Mahomes out and Gardner the Goat Minshew out as well. Next, we've got the Texans at the Chargers. Now, this will be a good game. This is one of the few good games this week.
And I think this is where the Texans start to gain respect. And I'm just going to flat out just say it. I'm taking the Texans over the Chargers 24-21. I think the Texans are showing, like, they had a slow start to the season, but honestly, I pick them coming out of the AFC. I really do.
Yep. That was my prediction for weeks now about the Texans. My prediction was Texans Rams in the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I'm starting to lean like Texans Eagles, honestly.
I'm telling you, and for the Super Bowl, you need to have a good defense. And a lot of these teams in the playoffs right now have good offenses, but not really good defenses. Like the Broncos have a good defense, but other than that, I don't know who else does. Like you look at the Seahawks in the NFC have a good defense. The Bears only have a good defense because they get turnovers, but I guess that's really all you need.
Yep. Packers did have a good defense, but
The Packers did, but other than that, every other team in the NFC playoffs right now really doesn't. They don't have good defenses. I
yeah.
guess you can say the Niners do.
Yeah. I think every team is just beatable. Like the Rams, I mean, end of the game, they choke. Three
Yeah,
straight 3-and-outs from
yeah,
a veteran presence in the coach and the quarterback. You can't do that with
No.
like the division on the line here. If you win that, it's over pretty much. I mean, and then you've got the Seahawks who are young. They have Sam Darnold. They have holes as well. They have weaknesses too.
Yeah.
Niners are injured a lot. Honestly, the Niners might be the scariest in the West now because we know so little about them.
Yeah.
And then you've got
But
the Eagles who, I mean, their defense is nasty, but like the Eagles have problems too, mostly with play calling.
and I'll tell you one thing, their offense is slowly waking up, which is like that should scare every other team because let's be real, at the beginning of the season, everyone thought, oh, the Eagles, there's no team competing with the Eagles in the NFC. Then the Eagles took a step back a little bit. They showed that they are a beatable team, but now it's like, yeah, they played the Raiders and the Commanders, but you need those get right games, and that's what they were. And in both those games, I've seen an offense that is growing. You're seeing the ball be spread amongst all different players, not just one. And you're seeing actually, I will give it to Patullo. He is calling better games, but outside
Yeah.
outside the Texans and the AFC, I would only say the other good defense is probably the Broncos.
Yep. Texans, Broncos, those are the two teams.
So that I think it's going to be Texans. I really do. But get back to off that little tangent there. We'll get back to the games.
Yeah, yeah. I've got the Texans winning 30-26. And then you said 24-21,
Yeah,
correct?
24-21, yeah.
Okay. Next up, we've got another good game. Probably two of the. I guess there's only three good games this week. We've got the Ravens at the Packers.
I'll tell you one thing. This game had me going back and forth. But, like, I think it's a must-win for the Ravens to even have a chance at the playoffs.
Yep, it's a must-win for the Packers.
It is, because right now they are in the playoffs, but they're the 7th seed. I think I'm going to go with the Ravens, and I'm going to go 24-21. At first, I had it flopped, the Packers 24-21 over the Ravens, but looking more into it, the Ravens need this win. The Packers are shorthanded on defense coming in since Michael Parsons' injury, and the
Good
Ravens
point.
just need a win. I don't
Yeah,
see how. Honestly, the Ravens, I don't know why they're not talked about either. Like you hear
I agree.
about these teams, and you don't really hear anything about the Ravens because on paper, they're another good team. Their defense is terrible this season, which is so weird because they're known for having a great defense.
On
So
paper, they've got a great defense.
yeah, but I will take the Ravens this week, 24-21 over the Packers.
Okay. The Ravens were one Lamar Jackson short of beating the Patriots last week. So I can absolutely see the Ravens taking this game. Maybe to make it interesting because week 18, it'll be Ravens, Steelers.
The Ravens Steelers. That's for the division then. If the Ravens win and the
Yep.
Steelers lose.
Yep. Which I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. But just to make it interesting, I'm going to go with the Packers in this one. Have a little differing opinion here. I do think the Ravens can win it, though. I'm going to take the Packers 27 to the Ravens 24
Okay.
because the Packers score 27, and I'm going to stick with that till the end of the season. Next, we've got the Cardinals at the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm just I'm going to take the Bengals 28-14 over the Cardinals.
It's pretty similar to mine. I've got 33-17 Bengals. They look good. They've got a good offense. It's too little too late, though.
Yeah, no, it is, and the Bengals need to invest in O-line help for Burrow. Like that's all they need to do. O-line, and I don't know why they don't. It does. It blows my mind.
You sound like a broken record right now. This has been the
And that's what
Bengals
it is.
problem for like 3 or 4 years now, you know?
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Yep. So we were talking about the Seahawks Panthers.
I'll tell you one
Okay.
thing. That could be honestly a pretty good game.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
that's a game we're all on. You know how bad I want to take the Panthers here, just to upset. But I'm gonna stick with what I put. I'm gonna go Seahawks 28-24 over the Panthers. But I think the Panthers will play a good game against them. Dude, the Panthers are such a slept-on team, and I think they're better than what they look like. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. Then I think next season they're gonna win their. If they don't win it this year, they're gonna win the division next year.
Do you think they're an 11-win team next year?
I could see them because what they're sitting at
8-7.
8-7 right now. I think they get to at least 10 or 11 wins next year.
Nice. I'm in agreement with you. but I really want to see three teams from the West going 13-4. In order
Yeah,
for that to happen, the Seahawks need to win this week. But I think the Seahawks right now, they're overlooking the Panthers and they're looking towards next week with the Niners and their week 18
yeah.
matchup. They need to focus on
And
this week.
I think that's what a lot of teams do though, because the Rams did that shit with the Panthers too. And the Panthers are a good team where if you take them lightly, they will make you pay for it. So
Yep, exactly. So I'm going to cautiously take the Seahawks 30-24, similar to yours. They need to win this because I really want to see three teams with 13 wins. That's it. Next, we've got a potential upset. We've got the Steelers at the Browns.
anything's possible. Let's just say that anything can happen. Um,
Yeah.
do I see the Browns winning? I could, but do I really know? Just because
All right.
I will take the Steelers 21-10, but I could see the Browns making a more competitive game. I think
Yeah.
I think Myles Garrett has a field day with Aaron Rodgers though, and I think Myles
Really?
Garrett gets his record-breaking sacks to become the sack leader.
He's point five away, right?
He's either 0.5 or one hole away. I forget, but I think he gets at least a sack and a half or two against the Steelers.
Okay.
Did you see
Nice.
the one this past week where uh, Allen fell and just laid there, and Myles Garrett was legit swimming to get him, and the rookie touched him before Myles Garrett did it and gave him the sack, and not Myles Garrett. That would have tied. I think that would have tied with the sack leading record at 22 and a half.
Yeah.
But no, I think Myles Garrett gets it this week against the Steelers.
Okay. Nice.
I want him to so bad. I like Myles Garrett. I want him to get the record so bad.
I do too. I hope he comes to Philly. So I've got the
That would
Steelers
be great.
winning as well. I think the Steelers do win, but I could definitely, like you heard it here, I could definitely
Yeah.
see the Browns winning because the Steelers are looking to next week with the Ravens. Maybe. I've got the Steelers
Well,
winning 28-20.
let's go NFL rigging. Having the
But yeah, you
Ravens
got to
win
think.
this week.
Yeah.
Ravens
Yep.
win this week. Steelers lose this week. So then that Week 18 game is the game of the week, and the game to end the regular season. So
Yep.
if we're
You
going
gotta
that way,
bring in money.
I could totally see the Ravens winning and the Steelers losing to make that game even more competitive.
Yep.
So
Yep. I can definitely see that. NFL's rigged, by the way. Next up, Saints at the Titans. This is the Tank Bowl. I've got the
you know,
Saints winning. There's no way the Titans drop it.
yeah, no, the Saints are going to win 21-14. The Saints are now actually playing better football, but for some reason now, instead of getting a better pick, they're deciding to win football games. Go from there.
I've got the Saints, similar score. I've got 20-13, so down a point. Next, we've got the Jaguars at the Colts. Would have been a good game a
Let,
few weeks ago, but then again, Philip Rivers is kind of a baller.
let's give a hand for the Jaguars, honestly. Like, I would have
Yeah.
never, I would have never thought they would be where they are right now. And the Colts have totally did a 180. They are not, they are not the football team that they were. Also due to injuries, we'll say that. But I
Yeah.
will go Jaguars 24-17 over the Colts. Philip Rivers is back, and he has not died yet, so there's that. The funny thing is, Philip Rivers is 17, and Daniel Jones is 17 too. And I looked into it. I guess it's because since Daniel Jones is on the IR, 17 is still technically available for players to wear. But
hmm
it's weird to me a little bit. But
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I think, listen, Philip Rivers, despite losing, he's keeping them in these games, you know?
yeah,
I mean, you can look at
at
last week, it was
44
like
years old,
48-27. Yeah, at 44
44
years
years
old.
old, he was just sitting on the couch with his grandkid like 2 weeks ago. Gets a call, hey, come play quarterback for the Colts. He goes, yeah, I'll get out of this house with all these kids and my wife. Yeah, I'll go play football. That's exactly what he did.
It's crazy. But I mean, you got to look at the Colts. 7-1, 1-6,
Yeah,
right there. That's
yeah.
terrible. I think they're going to go 7-1, 1-7. Give me the Jags 33-24.
Yeah, no, the Jaguars are having a good season.
Yep. Shout out Jags, the most slept on team for the first half of the season, and we're still kind of sleeping on them because we still have not seen a game. Not a single game has been televised locally.
Yeah.
Next, we've got the Bucks at the Dolphins. Yeah, the Dolphins who are no longer starting Tua.
They found out Ewers is not a good quarterback because he did not look good last week. Will
Yeah,
Zach Wilson
yeah.
get his chance? Will Zach Milfson get his chance to come out and show what he got? Who knows? But honestly, this game could go either way. The Buccaneers are pretty much, they have not been competitive. I'm going to go with the Bucks, though. Yeah, they're still in it on the grit of their teeth at 7-8. But I'm going to go with the Buccaneers, barely beating the Dolphins 21-20.
Ooh,
I think it's going
wow.
to come down to a 1-point game.
About 4 weeks ago, we were talking about how the Panthers have a much tougher end of their season than the Bucks do. So for that reason, me and you, we both picked the Bucks winning the division.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Bucks lost to the Saints, so did the Panthers. But the Panthers have tough games ahead of them. They have the Seahawks. I don't know who they have week 18, but I know it's a tough team. But this is the golden opportunity for the Bucks to tie it up in the division, both 8-8. I think the Seahawks could take it over Carolina. This is the Bucks' perfect opportunity. I don't think they're going to waste it. They need to not waste it, especially for my
Yeah.
pick. Give me the Bucks 26-17. Next, we've got the Patriots at the Jets. Luckily for the Patriots, the Jets are not over 500.
Yeah, I mean, give it to the Patriots. They won against the Ravens. I'm going to go Patriots 28-14 over the Jets.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, they only won
Just,
because Lamar was out, in my opinion. I still stand by that the
I
Ravens
don't,
would have won.
I don't think the Patriots. Honestly, these teams that are winning the AFC right now, I don't think we will be talking about them when it comes to the playoff, like mattering, like say the AFC Championship game, because I think there are better teams that have a worse record right now that will be in the AFC Championship game over them. Like I don't see the Broncos and I don't see the
Yeah,
Patriots.
I think the
I
three
think
best teams in the AFC, Texans, Jaguars, Broncos, in that order.
like I said, I'm going with the Texans. I think the Texans will win the AFC. I really do.
I've got the Patriots winning as well, though. I mean, it's the Jets, and I've got 27-17.
Yeah, what if the Jets win, just to win?
Then the Bills are going to win the division at this point. Next, we've got the Giants at the Raiders. I really don't
This
care
is the
about this game
battle
at all.
for the first overall pick. Battle for the first overall pick. Who wants it more to suck more this week?
Yep. Non-intentional interception. Non-intentional fumble from that interception. Oh, I picked it up. Oh no, I'm running it back for a safety. Crap. Yeah, that's what's going to happen this game. But I do think the Giants win it. I don't know why. I'm just going with a coin toss here. Probably should go with the Raiders because they're the home team, but sticking with the Giants. 24-23.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm going with the Giants 20-10 over the Raiders. I think honestly the Giants, when they're healthy, they have a pretty good football team. Their defensive line is up there for the top in the league. That's why I think the East is going to be very interesting next season. Because if all the teams get healthy, that division should be really good. So,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
I'm going Giants 20-10 over the Raiders.
Okay. Here's a fun fact. The Patriots, what are they like 13-2 right now?
Yeah, the one loss is to the Raiders, first game of the season.
And the Giants are 2-13? Or no, three
Yeah.
and 12?
No, they
One of
have
the
two
two.
losses. I only think they have 2 wins.
Okay. Patriots and Giants both have 2 wins against teams over 500.
Damn. Looking at it like that, yeah.
So what I'm saying is the Giants are better than the Patriots. Moving on, we've got the we've got the Eagles at the Bills. This is going to be probably game of the week.
This has to be it. I see this being a really good football game because, the Bills are the Bills. They can. Josh Allen slings it better than anyone else on the football field. Like, just being honest, he's going to win MVP this year probably, or it's honestly between him or Drake May. but he can come back from any deficit. He showed it, but he's also played defenses that aren't good defenses. So it's going to be a
Yeah.
very intriguing game to watch because the Eagles' defense is good, and they've been holding teams while the Eagles' offense has been struggling to barely moving the ball, like the Packers. Who else? Those span of games? It was the Packers. Was it the Chiefs?
Lions.
So going off that, and now since the Eagles' offense is finally rolling a little bit and getting like that feel good momentum, and it looks like they're all emotionally well in the locker room. I mean, I saw Saquon, that picture of Saquon, Hurts, and AJ all together. AJ had a big ass grin on his face. So you don't hear that much coming out of the locker room anymore. So
No bunny
I
in
think the Eagles
sight.
take. Yeah, I think the Eagles take this game. It will be a close game, and I think it will be a game fought to the end. And I'm going 24-21 over the Bills.
Okay. I'm in the same boat as you. I think it's gonna be a little higher scoring. Finally, Eagles finally have a higher scoring competitive game, not a blowout. Give me 27-26. They win a hard fought, higher scoring game for their standards.
And
Two more
I think
games
the Eagles
here.
win this game. The Eagles win this
Mm-hmm.
game. I feel so much better for them in the playoffs then, because
Yeah.
we've been waiting for them to get that feel good momentum, and they're getting it at the right time
Yeah.
too. I might say, um, and I'm hoping. I think they do. I think they do beat the Bills. I think it's like I said. I think it's a good game, and I think that makes us feel better as Eagles fans going into the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay. I will say though the Bills have more at stake here. I mean, I think they need to get the first seed or like the first place in the division, and I think it's still within reach,
Yeah,
especially if the Jets beat the Patriots. You never know, but the Bills do have more to play for than the Eagles because at this point the Eagles aren't getting the one seed. I don't even
no,
think they're getting the two seed, and I think the third seed's pretty much on lock. So that's where I'm
yeah.
at with that. But yeah, give me the Eagles anyway. Next, we've got the Bears at the Niners.
Yet another team that is not where I would have pictured them at the beginning of the season is the Bears. They have they have shown that they are a good football team. They're solid. Like I think it's because their head coach. Their head coach is solid. And the Niners, no one really pays attention to the 49ers because they have so many injuries, and no one's really watching
Yeah,
them
and you've got
play.
yeah, and you've got the Rams and the Seahawks in that same division who have been talked about way more this season, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So I'm going 49ers over the Bears, 28-24.
Ooh, okay. It's pretty close. I've got the Niners beating the Bears 28-24.
That's exactly what I said.
And finally, did you say 28-24?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I think you said
that's exactly
21.
what I.
Sorry.
No, 28-24.
You can see it right here. Right there.
Yeah, we had
Right there in
three.
writing.
Mine's right here.
Finally, we've got the Rams at the Falcons. I don't really think there's any doubt on this one. I'm taking the Rams 30-16.
Yeah, I got the Rams 28-17. Like I said, the Falcons are all over the place. They don't know what they're doing. But the Rams, I think the Rams take it.
Okay. Well, those were our Week 17 predictions, guys. If you're watching on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, we appreciate you. If you've been keeping up with the TikTok and Instagram, we have been going live, and it has been pretty successful, pretty fun. We're starting to bring guests on. It's a good time. If you guys want to join us for that, we try to go live during the week sometimes. We don't have a set schedule yet. We should, but we don't. But until we do,
I mean,
still
we have
follow
been going
anyway.
on Thursdays. We have been going on Thursdays, but not this Thursday, being that it's Christmas. Everyone should go and enjoy the time with their families and stuff like that. So as it goes, we'll figure out times during the week to go live, especially with football season coming to an end soon. So we'll have time set up for us to put our lives out. You
Yep,
guys
for
get out there
sure.
and view them because trying to gain more and more people watching. Like Mike said, we're actually having people come on and talking to them, which is pretty cool when you think about it. Like having other people's point of view from football teams and games and stuff like that. So Yeah, I mean, we're going live, trying to grow it, and hopefully more and more people tune into it. So,
Yep. And with that being said, if you guys want to stick with us for our predictions that we make on Instagram, on TikTok, on here, dead on, we've got 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left. I think Denny has predicted, what, 2 games dead on so far?
yeah, I think
Is
so.
that what it is?
I believe
And
it's
I've
two,
predicted
yeah.
0. So I'm still looking for my first dead on game. However, I'm still in the lead by a little bit. So make sure you guys stick with us because this is coming down to the wire. Not sure what the punishment's going to be for the loser yet, but I don't know. We're not apparently we're not getting tased though.
No, like Mike was saying, hopefully everyone has a Merry Christmas, enjoy time with your family and everything, and hopefully Santa brings you everything you want and need. Um, but yeah, no, honestly, everyone have a safe and Merry Christmas and enjoy time with your family. That's all I got.
And I'm just going to second that and say thank you guys for watching and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.